Good day and welcome to the latest episode of the Sport Rep Show. My name is Jesse Jackson Kauraitha and I will be your host for today, updating you on the latest sports news in and beyond. Clubs. The current tensions brewing between the Namibia Football Association, NFA, and sponsors Debmarine Namibia are nothing new, but rather a familiar conundrum that typically unfolds after the conclusion of the football season. Sources within the NFA have already hinted at another standoff between football clubs and the association. The squabbles have begun following an exchange of accusations between Debmarine Namibia and NFA officials. The league sponsors have accused the association of disrespecting them, while the NFA recently accused Debmarine Namibia of tarnishing the reputation of the Football Association. SportRep understands that the dispute stems from divisions among football clubs regarding how the league should be administered. Sources express concern that yet another significant delay in the start of next football season looms due to alleged divisions among clubs, the association's leaderships, and the sponsors. Well, it has been no secret that some of the clubs have wanted an independent league, while the other clubs stand by those that lead them to stay a part of the NFA, and this is expected to create another division among football leaders as well as the association itself. The sponsors have given obviously their dismay over the way things are administered in Namibian football. However, all those developments will be coming up in the next few weeks as we expect something in that regard. We move on to boxing news now, where Flames, the special one, Nangolo, who is currently in the USA, the WBO Africa Super Featherweight champion, Flames Nangolo has stepped into the territory as he undergoes a high-intensity training camp at the prestigious Knucklehead Gym in Las Vegas, USA. The 23-year-old, widely regarded as one of Namibia's brightest boxing prospects, is being put through his paces by renowned American coach Kay Koroma and strength and conditioning specialist coach Derek. The 8-week camp is part of his preparation for his next title defense on 16 August 2025 at the Roman Catholic Hall in Windhoek. Now, Flames Nangolo, who is under the AC Boxing Academy, has been one of those fighters that has been growing up. Boxing is his life. He eats and dreams boxing. One of Moses' prospects and prodigies. He has been developing this boy from the age of 9, and now he's looking forward to putting him on the global stage, where he is expected soon to be part of maybe a world title fight, and everyone expects him to go through that and expects him to be maybe one of Namibia's next world champion, of course. We move on now to some tennis news, where Johan Theron has been thriving. He has returned for more trophies in Botswana, clinching 2 so far in the boys singles and doubles at Gaborone International Tennis Federation and Confederation of African Tennis Cat under 14 circuit. Theron had last year impressed by scooping 7 trophies across ITF CAT events, which boosted his African ranking from 34 to 10th. He is now ranked 9th in Africa, with Egypt's Mohamed Jannati leading the rankings. Botswana's 4-day tournament concluded on Tuesday and featured some of the finest tennis prodigy across Africa, including the host nation, Tunisia, Algeria, Cameroon, South Africa, Tanzania, and Zimbabwe. We move on now to some wrestling news and interesting development coming up in that. Namibia Wrestling Federation, NWF, yesterday launched the 2025 Namib Storm Training Camp and Southern African Development Community SADC Open Championships, a groundbreaking initiative poised to reshape wrestling development in Southern African region. Speaking at the launch held at Olympic House in Windhoek, and WF President Colin Statler outlined the importance of the event, which runs from 30th to 5 July at the Windhoek Showgrounds. We will now move over to the marketplace before we return with more news on the hit list.
Taking flight has never been easier. Paratus is introducing Sky-Fi internet packages with speeds that will have you reaching for your seatbelts, starting from $500 Namibian excluding VAT per month, with speeds reaching up to 10 megabits per second. There's even a prepaid option where you can top up your Sky-Fi internet for just $15 Namibian per gigabyte. No contracts, no fuss. Visit your nearest Paratus branch to find out more, or go to paratus.africa/Namibia to sign up online.
Always prepared, Paratus.
Now Namibian netball has been coming of age, and they are showing that at the United Emirates Cup, where they just defeated Ireland, the Republic of Ireland, by 57 to 38 points. It was indeed a classic match for the Namibians that are thriving in that competition. They have already proven to be the Let's enjoy some of the content shared from the United Arab Emirates, including a fantastic build-up towards the winning goal.
Ireland. Output in that game, so much happier about today's performance, and I think the players, that the game changers that came from the bench, were much better today when they came in, so happy with the momentum and the extra gears that came up.
And do you think that was due to the break you guys had yesterday? It was obviously a rest day for everyone. Do you think that helped with the performance out there today?
Yeah, definitely. It makes a huge difference having a rest day in there. It just gives you some extra time to prepare, and also some
icing on the cake will be returning with that trophy. What a standing ovation it will be. Even though they don't return with the trophy, we of course expect many Namibians to flock the airport in celebrating the way the team has played so far. Incredible stuff from the Namibian team, making sure that the country is recognized for its efforts in fostering and improving netball. We'll now visit the marketplace once again, and after that we return with the Zoom In segment. On Zoom, Boxing Academy hosted their first sports and boxing press conference. The Academy has announced their first boxing bonanza of the year, taking place at the Windhoek Country Club on 5 July. Welterweight champion Abed Shikongo will face Bison Guayani of Malawi in any of the event. Of course, there will be 10 other of the event. Of course, there will be 10 other undercuts, as well as fighters from the junior category that will be.
So this tournament is number one, to make sure that Abed Chikongo is well prepared, because Salute is planning to have Abed have a big an upcoming fight. It's an international bout. Abed Chikongo will be taking on an opponent from it will be a 10-rounder bout. So it's not a title fight, but it's a big fight, because if you are a champion, every fight that you fight is considered to, if you lose, even though it's a small fight, you lose the title also. So for Abed, it's a very big fight. It's a fight that he needs to win if he wants to keep climbing the rating. So he needs to win this fight. And we believe that the opponent from Malawi is also coming here to make sure that he defeats Abed, because he knows that once you defeat a champion, you'll also be considered as a champion. So whether it is a small fight, I think it will be a very exciting fight. On the undercard, we also have got very exciting bouts on the undercard. We have got Philemon Ngitrunyane. He's also a champion of Salute. We have Natika Kololo. He's also a champion of the academy. We have Emmanuel Joseph. He's also a champion. And we've got other exciting undercards on the. So it's a very exciting tournament that Salute is announcing. And we would like to thank all those that are involved into the organization of this fight, MTC, stakeholders that are coming on board, NBC, New Era, Namibian Sun, all those partners that are coming on board to make sure that this fight is realized. So maybe just to run down the rest of the card that we have got that we feel deserve to be mentioned at this point in time. We've got a very exciting bout. It will be, he's a veteran of the.
That was Tax Naule announcing the fight card. Now let's hear from the champion, Abed Shikongo, on what he thinks about this fight.
My name is Abed Shikongo. For now, I'm going to fight the guy from Malawi. It's for the famed boxer. And this guy I saw in my while when he's fighter is a boxer that is always going forward. But me, I'm ready. I'm ready. This guy I know is is a Bison Bayani. I know he's a Malawian boxer, champion. He's an international champion. He's based in South Africa. I know I'm ready to face him. I know he's a short guy, but I know what I'm going to do in the ring. Or I just say the Namibians, they must come and watch this fight. Because after the fight, when I fought Harry Salmon Jr., I know most of my fans, they were very disappointed when he ended up in the draw. But this fight, they must make sure that I'm going to win this fight. And that's all I can say.
That was Abed Shikongo. He's hoping for a thriller night at the Quinto Country Club. One of the things he said there is being used to short guys. I understand. Well, he's ready for action and to rumble. Now on to something different. The MTC company or telecommunications company has been involved in sponsoring many sports codes and
who made the best boxer win. I have probably repeatedly on numerous occasions at platforms like this indicated what boxing is and what boxing does to society and what boxing does to the philosophy of a proud nation, supporters and developers of funding towards sport that are at least corporates, other corporates and government meet them halfway, and corporates and that support sports in this country. Government these days are one of trying to prioritize as part of the 7 key pillars, youth development, in particular the areas of sport. And indeed, it's encouraging to note that there is consideration considered because for the last 20 odd years or so, we've managed to get 4 world champions. We've managed to honor international obligations, whether it's at youth level, whether it's regional games, whether it's Olympics, or whether it's professional boxing, in the very small stature and small nature that we've been able to do. So that's definitely encouraging. And again,
now our international correspondent Ariel Hart is on standby to give us the latest international news. As for me, Jesse Jackson Kauraitha, we'll see you again tomorrow at the same time and place.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, and starting off with tennis news first. It's the Queen's Tennis Tournament that continue. It is round of 16 action. They're heading into the quarterfinals, and it was number 4 seed Holger Rune that got the better of Mackenzie McDonald. He lost the first set but then won the second and third sets both in 6-1, 6-1, and he's through to the quarterfinals. And Jack Draper, the second seeded, the real tough game. He played against Alex Popyrin of Australia, and it had to go to a third set tiebreak, which and the number 1 seed is still in the tournament. That is Carlos Alcaraz, trying to find his feet again on grass after having a long clay season, and he's playing against Spain's Joan Munar. That is also in the round of 16, trying to go through to the quarterfinals, and the finals. The final of the tournament will be played on Sunday. On to soccer news. It is the FIFA Club World Cup that continues. Most games being played in the USA at the moment, and it's Real Madrid in Group H. They had a tough game. They were held to a 1-1 draw. That was against Al Hilal. They from Saudi Arabia. Bit of a surprise. Al Hilal actually had a chance in the injury time to win it with a penalty, but it ended in a 1-1 draw. And the big news of the game was also Trent Alexander-Arnold from Liverpool. He used to be from Liverpool. He's now in the Real Madrid camp. His first game that he played for them. He had a decent game, started off slowly, and then he had 56 passes in the game, and that but also lost 12 balls in situations, but it is Trent Alexander-Arnold now playing for Real Madrid. Then also in the Club World Cup, it was Manchester City that got the better of Wydad Casablanca. They from Morocco, and that game was played in Philadelphia, and they won that game 2-0, and it was Phil Foden that scored for Manchester City. That was in the second minute already. That was in Group C. That's all the FIFA Club World Cup action. And to close off also, it is the British and Irish Lions